Hello. So, this is Hunter. So, this is our 2025 first time HMI training. Uh, oh, okay, for this year. So, this training is about uh, intermediate training. So, uh, in in case you guys are unclear about all the process of this whole series intermediate training. So we have some previous point we want to talk. Okay, so there are some key conditions to if you want to obtain the intermediate certificate. Okay, so first point, you need to participate in the elementary HMI training and passed our exam for the elementary. And the second, you need to uh, do the you need to do the homework of our per our homework our per intermediate training. Okay, this second point, and the third one is to uh, pass pass our intermediate final exam. Okay, so it so required uh, these 3 points, then you can get our certificate. uh, and also because this is the intermediate training, so there is a certain level of threshold. So it is recommend you guys to check some animation video or some Lua training or video on our YouTube channel first. Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay, so the first session of the intermediate training is about the extension function of the object. So we will divide into 4 parts for today's content. First is about the object security, and the second one is the object advanced, and the third one is about the object animation, And the last one is about indirect addressing. Okay, so the first, for the security part, we have many five function option inside of it. So the first one is the object locked and some confirmation and the touch control and the height function. The last one is the color. The first, the object locked. The object will be locked and display a lock icon if you enable it. So, if in the default setting, if this lock address is off, then the object will be locked. So this lock means if you locked in this bit switch, for example, then you cannot click it unless you unlock this project, unlock this bit switch, then you can turn on or turn off for it. So you can see it is something like this. It is displayed on the up right corner, up left corner of this object. So you can see this control address is off, then this mnemonic input is locked. So this default one. And also, if we don't want to show this icon, then we can hide to enable to hide this icon. And also, if you want to lock, if set control address is on, then lock the object. Then we can set this one. And the last one is about the gray display. So you can see if we enable this option, then the mnemonic and character object will display this color, gray color, for the value. And the second one is for the confirmation. Confirmation is which means you will pop up a confirmation window when you want to control this input. So it is something like this. And also it has this duration seconds. So means if you want to don't want to show again, which means if it is not any option operation during this opinion, so this window will be closed automatically. Okay, so for this setting like this screenshot, which means if we don't click this pop-up window after 20 seconds, you will disappear by itself. So all these all this is option is mainly for the security option operate. So to prevent from some mis operation in the site. So the following is for the touch control. So it is to control the readjust according to the different option. So for the beat adjust, it is has this four or five type control method. The first one is uh, to uh, to set the read adjust as on before or after the pressing. So this pressing means you before pressing is to pressing down the beat switch. Okay, so it is you can recognize it as the rising edge. After pressing, it is to you release the button, so you can recognize it as the falling edge. And so it is for explanation for the before and after pressing. And another one is to trigger and to reset before and after or after pressing. So it is set to on, then set to off before pressing or after pressing. Okay. The last one is to trigger before the pressing and reset after pressing. So which means the read adjust will set to on before you when you pressing down, and then will be reset after you release it. So there is a GIF to show you guys. So you can see I set this read adjust as a bit lamp. So you can see I set this read adjust as a bit lamp, and when I'm pressing this switch I set as momentary mode. So when I'm pressing down on it, so you can see it is light on. But if I release, so you can see the lamp is off. It is off again. And the next one is for the numeric or character input touch control. So similar it is have some before and after. So the first one is to trigger before opening the keyboard. So it is means the read adjust will be set on when opening the keyboard, and closing the keyboard is which means the read adjust will be set to on when pressing the enter. So because pressing the enter, which means our input operation is over, and closing our keyboard. So it we explain it is enter. on here. So similar, it is have some trigger and reset, and the trigger open when opening the keyboard, and reset after closing the keyboard. So this one I set the last one option, last one option to trigger before the. So you can see when I open the keyboard, the lamp is on, and after I press the enter, it is going off again. And the last one is for the input touch control. So you can see uh, if we input the first digit or character, and the read adjust is on, and or the trigger after input, which means the read adjust is set to on after our pressing the enter. But currently on the latest version, this function has some bug on it. So this GIF I shows the second one option. Okay, so you can see when I opened it, it didn't light on, but if I click the enter, then this will be on. So all this is okay. So all this is for the security operation. So when someone doing some key value input, or key important switch to operate, so we can use this kind of function to remind the user. Okay. And the last one is for the hide and invisible. Hide means we can use the control bit to hide the corresponding object. So you can see if I turn on, then this bit switch will be show up, and this invisible means this object will be always hidden on the screen. And also we have a color configuration for our value. Now this configuration only apply for the mnemonic input. So you can see we can set three value maximum for one object. So you can see I set 10, it is display orange, and 20 is red and the 30 is blue. And the second bar is for the advanced. Advanced, we have some 4 options. First is to zero digit display, and the second one is proportion calculation. Okay, and the third one is to dynamic input range, and then the fourth one is to display a display range for some text. So first one is for the zero. So this upper bit 0, which means if the digit of integer user input is less than the number of digits set on the data format, it will add up the 0 on the integer. So you can see integer bar. So you can see in the default for this number we only shows the 6.3. Okay, but if we enable this function, then you will add this 0 on the integer part. And the high 0 is which means if the value will be hidden if the value is 0. And the second, this proportional calculation is for some kind of we want to show the value after calculate. So it is formula is the final result. It is k x plus b. This k is our gain value. Okay, and this b, it is our offset value. So we can use this calculator to verify our data is correct or not, or it is in the value we wanted. So there is the GIF for the demonstration. So you can see, because I set as the gain value as 2. So if I input the 10, it will be 20. If I input 20, it will be result will be 40. And the following one is to control our dynamic limit. for our input range. Okay, so it is control the maximum and minimum value. So after we complete this part, I will show on the project. So also we need to notice that this range, if we set the range on the data format, will be invalid if we enable this dynamic limit. And also the last one is about the range. It is to distinguish the range by the color. So also if the value is out of this range, we can show the text to replace the actual value. Okay, so I will show on the so on the default setting, you can see our range, input range of the data format. It is 0 to this 30K. Okay, but now if we open the simulator, you can see this data format range is invalid. It's totally controlled by this our dynamic limit. So if I input the low limit and high limit, so you can see it is changing corresponding to this true address. Okay, so if I want to enter the below the low limit or exceeds this high limit, it cannot allow us to enter. But if inside this range, I can input successfully. So this is for the dynamic limit, and also this for the range. For example, I input the low limit also 10, or so you can see the default, because it is lower than this low limit, so you can see it is displaying the text low. I set this the low limit text is low, so you can see, because right now its value is 0. So if I input the 50, so you can see it is back to the normal display. But if I want to input 100, because it's higher higher than our high limit, so it is displaying the text high. So also so you can see right now I set up this height 0, so you can see this numeric display is display blank on this screen. Okay, so not like didn't like to this 0 display. This is for this one. Preschool, preschool, preschool. This is for the high 0 style. Okay. So any question for first two part, for the security and advanced? Oh, this momentary switch cannot support confirmation. I remember we already fixed. We have feedback for this bug for this momentary switch. But after training, I will confirm. Okay. I remember we already fixed it. If no any other question, I will move on animation. Okay, so for the animation part, so it is for some change the size of our objects. So movement, which means it will move on horizontal or vertical. Okay, on the screen. It is move according to the XY coordinate. But this coordinate, it is not the absolutely type. It is of relative type coordinate. Okay, and also deform, which means to changing the size of the object. So you can to change widths and heights. And a proportion on here it means the proportion of the movement or default. So it is if we set 1 on the movement, but the gain is 2. So if we set 1, it will move 2 units for one's time. So I also show on this object. So you can see here. So you can see this is my empty bottle. Okay. So I set the AY direction movement type for this bottle. So the x direction movement, it is 45, adjust 45, and the y direction movement is adjust 52. Okay. So you can see I set on here. So if I give some value on here, so you can see it is moved to the right side. Okay. And also if I input the value, so you can see it moved down a little bit. And also default means it will change in the size. You can see it is stretch a little bit for this bottle. So for this function, then we can make some animation on HMI. So something like the convenient like the package machine or something like this. We can make some animation. So here I make a small animation like auto transfer. You can see it is move to the right and move to the so this is the animation function. And the last one is for the indirect addressing. Okay. So indirect addressing means that we using the value of the readdress to determine which address we want to read. Okay. Sorry. So here I also show on my project. So you can see our original address, it is HDW20, but I have indirect addressing for read address. So after we set the offset value, it will read the uh, actual address. Okay, so for example, right now it is default. It is reading the 20 address 20th value, right? So right now it's offset or index is 0. But if I set 2, so right now it's reading this one, HDW 22 still value. Okay. Also, if I turn to 5, you can see it is reading the HDW 25. So if I set to offset as 10, you can see it is reading the HDW 30. So this indirect addressing it is purpose. It is to like if you have multiple HMI screen, it has the same style, but just the address is different. Then at this moment you can use this kind of a function to save your programming time. Okay. So for example, here is some example screen. So this is, I can set for workstation 1. So you can see if I turn to the workstation 2, it will jump into the new address. So if I input on here, it doesn't in fact on the workstation 1. Okay, because they are totally different address. So also if I input another address again, so take no effect on the station 1 or station 3. Okay. Explain again for AY. Oh, okay. So this is for our animation. Okay. If we set X add direction, which means I just can control the horizontal movement, and the Y direction is for the vertical movement. Okay, but if we set as the X Y direction, which means I can control the four direction of the object. And if we set as this option, you will take up two address. One, for example, like this one, it is will take up HW 51 and HW 52. Okay. So if I set the minus value, you can see it is moved to the left side, and I input a value above 0, it will to move to the right side. So same to the y direction. If I input, you can see it is moved down a little bit, but I input the minus value, so it is move up. Yes, you are right. So it is help to the conveyor application. So any question for any other question for today's meeting? If not, we are moving on. Okay, moving on the last. So it is our new actual segment. It is for lucky draw. So
Hello, hello everyone. This is Molly. Now let's play a little game. It's very low. Okay. Now let's play a little game. Random number draw. Winners will receive small gifts after passing the exam, and we will draw 3 lucky friends for each lesson. Today's little gift is a netbook. Everyone has a chance to win. Let's see who is lucky. The first one is number 9, and the second is 18. The third is 5. Congratulations to these 3 friends and the rest of you who don't have a small gift, and I'm looking forward to the prize for the next class. At the end of this course, please remember to submit your homework in time. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks to the Molly's assistant. Okay. So then our gift is our 3 Wecon notebook. So I already let me see which one. Number, number 5. Number 5. Okay. I think Moria already recorded. Okay. So thanks thanks for your attend today's meeting. Okay, and listening. See you next week. Okay. Goodbye everyone.